Savannah Chrisley reverses her position on kids. Savannah Chrisley took over custody of her younger siblings, Chloe and Grayson Chrisley, when her parents, Todd and Julie, went to federal prison camps. Now that she's experienced being a parent, the Chrisley Knows Best alum reversed previous decisions she'd made about having kids. Savannah Chrisley wanted lots of kids. Todd's daughter wanted children, but when she heard about his long 12-year sentence for tax and fraud-related offenses, she told him she couldn't marry or raise children while he sat behind bars. Well, as it turned out, Chloe, her dad's adopted grandchild, and Grayson Chrisley keep her very busy. These days, more of her social media posts are about them, rather than long, lazy days dressing in clothing that makes her look hot. Chrisley Knows Best fans give Savannah Chrisley a hard time about the way she raises her siblings. In fact, some of them accuse her of being a terrible parent, especially with Chloe, who sometimes seems out of control. Actually, when her parents were famous for their reality TV show, some fans claimed that the kid was spoiled rotten by Todd and Julie. Chrisley Knows Best star reverses on having kids. People reported that the former USA Network star spoke on the Adversity Advantage podcast about having kids. And it seems that she got a massive wake-up call after parenting her two younger siblings. Bear in mind, she didn't hanker to become their mom. In her 20s, she looked forward to raising her own. And she said that she didn't mind how many God sends her. Savannah Chrisley seems to have dumped the idea of letting God send her any random number of children. In her discussion, she explained that she realized a lot of things about parenting. So it doesn't seem like she plans for hordes of kids. Savannah also said that raising her siblings definitely opened her mind to how important bringing a child into this world is. Notably, she learned that life is difficult with kids. After all, it's just made me realize that when that time does come for me to have kids, every little decision matters and impacts your child. What are your thoughts about Savannah Chrisley deciding that kids are a massive responsibility and that people should be cautious about rushing into being a parent? Savannah Chrisley has always been a polarizing figure, known for her strong will and sharp tongue, as showcased on Chrisley Knows Best. Navigating a life peppered with reality, TV drama, family controversies, and personal growth, she's often held fast to her beliefs, especially when it comes to starting a family of her own. But in a surprising twist, Savannah recently reversed her stance on having children, a move that's raised eyebrows and sparked curiosity across her vast following. For years, Savannah was candid about her reluctance to step into motherhood. Growing up in the public eye under the ever-watchful presence of her father, Todd Chrisley, had given her an acute awareness of the sacrifices and challenges that come with raising a family. Her own experiences with her father's complicated legacy of fame and legal battles played a significant role in her hesitance. Despite her nurturing moments with her siblings, Chase and Grayson, and her sisterly bond with Chloe, Savannah always maintained that motherhood wasn't for her, at least, not anytime soon. But life has a way of changing people, and Savannah is no exception. The past couple of years have been marked by immense upheaval for the Chrisley family. Legal woes escalated with Todd and Julie's prison sentences, forcing Savannah into a caretaker role that she never anticipated. Suddenly, she found herself juggling responsibilities that were new and overwhelming, supporting Chloe emotionally and ensuring Grayson had the stability he needed to thrive amid chaos. The experience shifted Savannah's perspective in a profound way, igniting a protective and maternal instinct she never expected. In a recent interview on her podcast, Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, she opened up in a heartfelt segment about her shifting views. "It's funny," she said, her voice tinged with emotion, "because I used to say I'd never have kids. I thought I wasn't built for it, that I was too career-driven or just didn't have it in me. But life has this way of throwing you into roles you never thought you'd play. And suddenly, you realize it's not about being ready. It's about rising to the occasion. Listeners could hear the vulnerability in her tone, a stark contrast from the Savannah Chrisley they'd come to know. In that moment, she peeled back layers, revealing the real story behind her changed heart. It wasn't just about shouldering her parents' absence or becoming a more hands-on figure for her siblings. It was about discovering a newfound resilience and capacity for love that redefined what she thought she wanted out of life. The initial days of stepping up for Chloe and Grayson were filled with doubt. There were countless nights where Savannah sat at the kitchen table, surrounded by paperwork, school schedules, and bills she wasn't used to handling alone. There were times I cried myself to sleep, questioning how Mom and Dad did it all. They made it look so seamless, and here I was, feeling like I was barely staying afloat, she shared during her podcast. But those sleepless nights, as daunting as they were, became the crucible in which Savannah found her strength. As weeks turned into months, she realized that being a stand-in mother figure for her siblings was more than a temporary arrangement. It was a crash course in unconditional love. Chloe, with her sharp wit and endless curiosity, and Grayson, with his teenage anxieties and dreams, pushed Savannah to be better. And in those moments of shared laughter, quiet talks before bedtime, and navigating life's uncertainties together, Savannah began to see a future where being a mom wasn't just a possibility, it was a hope. Close friends and family began noticing the change too. Chase, who often teased Savannah for her independent streak, commented on her newfound perspective. She's always been tough, but seeing her open up to the idea of motherhood, that's new. And it suits her, he said in an interview with a knowing smile. Even Nanny Faye, the family's wise and sassy matriarch, offered her insight. I knew she had it in her. It's just a matter of when life pushes you to see things differently. In the months following this revelation, Savannah started exploring what it might mean to become a mother on her own terms. Her Instagram began to feature more moments with Chloe and Grayson, candid snapshots of sibling bonding that hinted at a deeper shift within her. Posts that once focused solely on fashion shoots or podcast promotions began to be sprinkled with reflections on family, resilience, and the future she was now brave enough to consider. But this shift isn't just about Savannah as an individual. It's a testament to the larger Chrisley narrative of resilience and reinvention. As the family continues to navigate a world turned upside down by scandal and heartbreak, Savannah's evolving view on parenthood has become a beacon of hope, a reminder that change is possible, even in the face of turmoil. Everyone asks me why now, Savannah said, responding to a follower's question during a live Q&A. And the truth is, it's not about when you think you'll be ready. Life showed me that sometimes you don't get to pick the moment when you step up. It picks you. And now I'm choosing to lean into it, into the love, the chaos, and the beauty of it all. For Savannah Chrisley, reversing her position on kids is more than just a decision. It's an acceptance of the lessons life has imparted. It's the realization that sometimes the very things you fear most are what help you grow in ways you never imagined. As she looks ahead to what the future holds, whether it's motherhood in the traditional sense or continuing to nurture those she loves, Savannah has shown that embracing change is an act of courage, one that may just redefine who she is and what she stands for.